a ceviche for Ecuador also, which was quite good. It was exceptional. It was one of my first exceptional meals. And there were so many great recipes from Ecuador. Plus, I have a childhood friend who's from Ecuador who helped me out with some advice there also. So Peru has got such a huge cuisine, and I only have 2 nights in which I can cook this week because the husband's going out of town. So we can only do it tonight and on Tuesday. So that's what we're doing. So wake up. Also, today we're experiencing for the first time a new little wide-angle lens. So you can see more of your kitchen. The stir-fry here, Asian influence, another one of those curiosities was that the former president, I don't know if he's in jail now or not, of Ecuador, Mr. Fujimori. You would not think a place like Peru with a President Fujimori, but yes. Apparently not the greatest guy in the world. Okay, so I know I'm cutting this wrong, but this is going to be crispy in the come on in with the green onions, and also we have to slice the green onions 2 different ways here. So yeah. Listen to this voice guy here. Oh, yeah. So, how are we on time? Okay, we got 9 minutes before the next step. So far so good. Have not lost my crackers yet. Come on. I don't like the way that looks. Okay. And next we're going to chop the 2 green onions. So 2 green onions get chopped and 2 green onions get julienned. I'm not great on the julienning. Where am I going to put this? Okay, so we have used a different ramekin for this. Okay, we got, so the green onions go in 2 different times and 2 different ways. So they're chopped 2 different ways, so that's what we're gonna do. You're a quiet lot. So, thanks for popping by, whether you say anything or not. I know how it is. So, green onions, aka scallions. Not the same as spring onions, but close enough that when you can't find one, you can use the other. So, one more time. 2 of them go one way, 2 of them go the other way. And the rest of them go back. Back and back. Okie doke. Okay. Let's double check that these have been washed. You hear Iggy Azalea's tour has been canceled. I know that's crushing. Okay, so we have our green onions. We've got 2 that are going to go one way, 2 are going to go the other way, but first we need to get the ends off these, no matter what we do with them. So there's you. Rubber. So 2. I have not cut julienne these before. I've cut them, I have not julienne before, at least not this stuff. So it's supposed to be like sticks. So I'm figuring it's going to wind up like this. Oh, thank you so much, Peruvian. Hi, we're doing the Lomo Saltado. Thank you so much for the retweet and the like. Thank you very, very much. So I'm trying my hand at the Lomo Saltado here. And hopefully it's going to turn out okay. Yes, Peru! Indeed. I've never julienned a green onion before, so hopefully I can do this without killing myself. Because I've chopped them, I've never julienned them, and they didn't show how to do that in the video. This recipe had a video. Oh my god, no. This is not a good idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't slice your fingers off. Yeah, these are just going in half because I can't get any more than that. I like your shirt. Oh, yes, thank you. It's a meerkat shirt. It has Cliffyland on the bottom. Maybe it did. Let me show you. Ah, that's my timer. Timer for that. Okay, that's the potatoes. But shirt, yes. Okay, untie, untie. Yeah, I'm gonna flash you. Yeah, it says Cliffyland right there. Yeah, thank you, Funky Fairy people, the Funky Fairy. Great, great job. Now they just need to get an apron going so it's not all covered up. But yippee yahoo. But they're great folks. I love them. They're friendly. Okay, okay, now that we're retied again. So we've got the julienne are going to go here, and there's going to be 2 of those, and the other 2 are going to be chopped. So this is going to go here, and then yeah. I don't know. It didn't, you know, they didn't get into specifics about stuff in this recipe. This one had a video even, which is kind of handy, but kind of being the operative word. There's a lot of things, they assume you know stuff, and never assume with me, because I started this out not knowing how to boil water, so. Everyone comes at it with a different set of skills, as it were. Okay, so, live and learn. So, Lomo Saltado, another thing that's curious is that at the end, the sauce that this gets cooked in gets poured over the top, which is normal, except apparently it also gets poured over the top of the French fries, which is different, because that's going to make the fries a little soggy, but I'm a-thinking that that's kind of intentional. Because when I've been served it in Peruvian restaurants, I've wondered why these soggy fries, but I guess that's the thing. So, 6:45, eh? Well, let me chop this now. I've given myself little timetables for other things here, in hopes that I could time manage better. So we're gonna see how that goes. And I gotta get out the rice cooker too. And I am short on counter space for that sucker. So it's gonna be a good, exciting time for all. So yes, it's you got your stir-fried beef on top of the rice, on top of the French fries, and I think the rice goes alongside of it. But I imagine that's going to get sopped up with the sauce also. So we're going to see how that goes. So green onions, and right in there. I've learned in this whole process that everything that you can look for, if you don't know, has like 4 different names, not only in different languages. So I found myself really frustrated looking for something that's right in front of me because I didn't know it was called, you know, whatever. So we got our chopped green onions and our julienne sort of green onions over here. And now we're going to try to move on with one weird step for the rice. I don't know how this is going to work because it was saying to cook the rice in a pot. What are you making? Lomo saltado? Exactly, yes. Lomo saltado. So, everything I do is for the first time. So there's always an element of, oh my god, in everything that I do. I can't forget to take pictures, so I need to put that over there. I'm trying to arrange my counter space here because I'm gonna have rice and my deep fryer for the fries over here too. And that's the husband coming home. Yeah. Okay, so I've got my old rice cooker, which I'm gonna get over here. You'll see it in a minute. Yeah. And I only have so many plugs too. So, okay, get that going. Okay, so now I'm gonna move over to the stove because there's this, theoretically, this is what I found online, a Peruvian rice that, you know, it's basically cooking rice conventionally, except we're adding lemon juice and and garlic. So I printed out the recipes to do here so I can not forget. 6:45. Saute garlic in oil and small saute pan. Okay, for 1 or 2 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. So small saute pan, and heat that up. And I'm gonna need a spatula for you. You are here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute the garlic in the oil for just 1 or 2 minutes, and then in the rice cooker, we're gonna drop that in there with the water, the lemon juice, the salt, and the rice. So basically, we're cooking the rice in with garlic, oil, salt, and lemon juice. I've cooked with tomato juice. Coconut milk before. So this can't be that much more unusual. So we're gonna heat up this oil for a sec, and I'm gonna clean my knife just while I wait for that oil to heat up a little bit. Also, it's kind of half freaking me out is that this the stir-fried beef. It's asking for stuff to be really hot. Plus, I'm gonna need to set stuff on fire. So that's gonna be scary. In fact, I'm gonna go get my lighter.
Lighter?
My lighter.
What do you need a lighter for?
We're gonna set a fire. Fire! 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 But not now. Okay, so this is not really warm, but I found these recipes that they're for the sauce. They're saying to use red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar, and whatever. And it's just I went through like 20 different recipes to try to figure out, you know, what exactly I need to do. But this is for the rice. So are we warm enough? Sort of, kind of, maybe. Okay. So in you for just a minute or two, just to warm that up some. And then, come on, saute for me, baby. And then it's gonna be the water and the rice in the rice cooker. But I'm not gonna start it until half an hour before time for dinner, because that's kind of how long it takes. So I'm gonna have to remember that. But this needs to warm up more. I'm gonna go walk over to the rice cooker while we do that. Don't let me forget about this. Okay. So we've got our rice cooker over here. So and I need to remember to take pictures. I'm gonna put my rice in the rice cooker. Yeah. I have to wash my hands after that. Okay, and since I have to take pictures for Mr. Blog, picture camera, or iPad in this case. It's always so cool when you take pictures with an iPad. I say that ironically. Okay, water. Who is this? Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the retweet. Really appreciate it. We are making the rice for the Lomo Saltado right now. Or at least we're getting it ready. While that garlic sautés in the background. So that's our water. We have our salt. Yep. And oddly enough, our lemon juice, which should be interesting. Never tried that before. Lemon juice. into the rice cooker with you. And I hear that bubbling in the background, and that can only mean one thing. It's howdy doody time. Okay, so I'm gonna move it back over, and so this is bubbling over here, and I think it's probably time you go in here. Okay, that's probably good enough. So back over this way. Follow me. Come on, make room. Okay, so we're gonna get this. We need like 6 hands for everything here. By the way, blog it always goes up on Wednesday night. That covers the entire week. So last week's blogs from Paraguay are all up there at cliffyland.com. And so you can see how wonderfully Paraguay went. So let me stir that up a little bit. Just because. Okay, but we're not going to start that yet because I don't want to be sitting there cooking while I wait. So that's going to be just sitting there. Back to my paper. So back to our prep in terms of the Lomo Saltado. Now wait a second, I can't forget the rice. No, not the rice. The French fries. The French fries. They have to sit for 30 minutes. So at 7, yeah, screw it, let's do it now. I'm going to take the deep fryer here that already has the oil in it, and I'm gonna get you attached back here to preheat our oil. First, it should attach. Come on, I know you're here somewhere. Don't want to get shocked or anything. Bloody. Okay. Okay, let's turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. This is the right thing. That's odd. No. Okay. No, it's just magnetic. Okay, so, and it falls right off. It is magnetic though, right? Yes, okay, see, light goes on. You can't see, but it's there. So I'm gonna preheat my oil to 320, and it's got the blue light on. It'll turn green when it's ready. So, meanwhile, I need to drain my potatoes and dry them. So, get all paper towels up in here, and I'm gonna need 2 baking trays for this because they're going to end up sitting out. So let's start off by drying this while the French fries. So this is the fries that we cut earlier. So we need to dry the fries, and I'll leave them on here. So yeah. So I only got a couple potatoes, a couple small white potatoes this time, because I used baking potatoes, a couple baking potatoes before, and in between the waiting time that it asks for, which is 30 minutes in between fries, they get twice fried, and the multiple batches that are required when you do something like that, I just ran out of time and I started losing my head. Which is one reason I hate doing French fries. The husband loves it when I do French fries, but it drives me bananas because, especially when I have to do 2 things at the same time. And this time I am doing a stir fry that can't be overcooked, and these fries that I don't want to get burnt either. So, good times. So hopefully, I'm just really hoping against hope that these will be able to go in one batch. These, the specific theory, style, manner of cooking these fries, I did the first time for Belgium a couple of years ago at this point, and they came out super, super great. They're like steak fries. And the technique I got from this lady at the Global Table Adventure website. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much for the favorite. I appreciate it. So I did it for Belgium, and it came out really, really great. And so I tried to do it for Canada when I made what you call your... help me out here. Canada, the pop, the food with on top and the... What's it called? Why am I losing my mind? Somebody help me out. Canada. The... Hun.
Yes, what?
What's the Canada thing called? The
cheddar cheese soup?
No. The thing with the fries. Why am I blanking on it?
Oh, poutine.
Poutine, thank you. So I made poutine. So I made the fries for that too, and it was with such tender, loving care that I made the fries. And then I had to, put the cold curds on top of it, and it just cold, and the gravy got cold, and it was not yummy. So this is going to have a different sauce on top, and like I said, theoretically that's kind of how it is, that the fries soak up this sauce. So we have dried this now. So French fries dried, and that is still heating up. So while it does that, I'm going to put that aside and continue with my prep on the Lomo Saltado. And I need to get more paper towels going up in here. Okay, you go on the dirty clothes. Meanwhile, fresh bun. Okay, now that everyone's gone away, it's just us. So sliced red onion, chopped 2 green onions, sliced 2 green onions julienne style, cut and julienne tomato. So tomato. We've got you and our tomato, which is somewhere. Tell me I didn't put it in the fridge. Well, it hasn't been there for long. So we've got our tomato, and the deep fryer is still heating up. So it says to gut and slice the tomato. So that's what we're gonna do. So, can you see? I hope you can see. I'm gonna get a spoon for this. If anybody has any better ideas, let me know. So, gutting, and then we julienne. So, thankfully these are Roma tomatoes, so they're not that hard to do. And come on. Ow. Okay, you gutted. So now I'm going to slice up our tomato julienne style, and that's going to wind up landing in here. Okay. Can you cut yourself on a spoon? You garbage. You suck. Come on. Go away. This is not pretty, but it's close. Okay, so you're in there. We're trying to... I don't know quite how to do this, but I'm doing my darndest to cut the tomato into strips. That's going to go into the Lomo Saltado later. It's one of the latter steps, but one of the key things about this apparently is to have everything ready ahead of time. So that is what I'm trying to do. Okay. So after we do our Chilean tomato, you're going to see the chili pepper I was talking about earlier. So we've got our tomatoes over here, and wash the hands. So I was talking about the ají amarillo peppers before. I need to clean this cutting board. Excuse me. But I got them. I got them frozen. But apparently they're frozen ready to use. So that's not too bad. Also, they are apparently quite hot, which I know from when I had the paste when I was cooking Bolivia. I wound up using it for sandwiches. It's like a hot pepper in sandwiches for about a year afterwards. It took so long to get through it. So instead I got the frozen peppers that I can use as I need to over the next whatever. I can dump this out. And so let me show you. So I put them in a separate bag because it's where they're going to wind up being. So these are the amarillo peppers. Amarillo yellow chilies. Apparently they're very hot. So because of that, I'm going to get some gloves on. Because I have learned from previous times that you don't want to be messing with hot chilies with your bare hands and then go rubbing your eyes afterwards, because that hurts. So you put on the gloves. I can never put this on right. It's always like a Howie Mandel experience here, if anyone's old enough to remember that. Okay. And so we've got our one yellow chili. It's frozen, so I hope it's not too hard. But it says right on it, it's like ready to use. Doesn't say anything about defrosting or whatever, so I'm gonna believe him. And we'll have this bag until the year 2020 at least. So we're gonna be discovering and trying to remember when was it when I bought that. Yeah, that was way back when I cooked Peru back in 2015. My God. Yellow, amarillo yellow chilies.
Okay.
Chilies. So we are going to chop you. Oh, by the way, my deep fryer is ready, except I'm just trying to prepare myself mentally for that. Okay, so we're chopping this frozen pepper, and I gather that you know, it's what you call seeds and all. So it's chopping okay. So there's that. Can you see? Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you for the like and retweet. Thank you very, very much. So this is, as I was saying before, the yellow is a very important thing apparently in Peruvian food. So the yellow chili works out rather nicely. I don't want to slice my fingers or give myself latex for dinner. Okay, so that's sliced up, sort of here. So we got you ready. You know what? That's too big. Okay, so in here you go. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. For the stir fry later. So that's going to go over yonder. And okay, so now it's the scary part. The deep frying. The deep frying just always gets me. Okay, so we got our deep fryer. Don't burn your hands. Okay. So we got, you can see, I'll let you see. Okay, I'm centering myself. Okay, so these are going to go in the deep fryer, and then when they're done, they're going to go on paper towels on yet another baking sheet, which I have below. I know this is a wide angle lens, but apparently it's not, you know. I mean, I have a fisheye on the other side, but that would probably look really weird for you. So I'm taking paper towels here because they're going to end up draining here. But the theory here is that they go in for... Now, the recipe said one thing. In practical terms, I've discovered something else entirely. The recipe said something like, you know, like 5 to 7 minutes or something. And then, but they wound up being, you know, really, truly cooked at that time. So I've ratcheted this down. So it's cooked potatoes in batches for 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm going to check to see if cooked. Maximum 5 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. And I can't forget to take darn pictures. Okay, so opening you. Okay, we've got our basket here. This is a gift from my mom. It was hers. My mom, who doesn't cook anything, gave it to me. I think that's why she gave it to me, because she doesn't cook anything, which is why I never learned to cook. So, but you're tired of hearing the origin story, so I won't bore you with it again. Okay. I'm putting these in delicately as I can because I really, really don't want to do more than one batch, because that is more than I can handle. Tell me, they're gonna have to be more than one batch. Shoot me. Shoot me. Okay, so I got them here. So it's gonna go in for, what was it again? 2 to 3 minutes. So let me get over here. Oh, take camera, picture. Take one last look before I condemn thee. Okay, set timer for 3 minutes. And in you go. Okay. So the timer's in there. This is here. I'm going to check it after 3 minutes. Sorry, I don't want to blind you. And hopefully I won't be dead. And then I have to repeat the same thing. Thank you so much, J93 Miranda, for the retweet. Very much appreciate it. Thanks for the like and the retweet. So we got the fries going. Okay. Maybe I can do something dumb and continue with what I was doing. Meanwhile, okay, the ají chili, separate out 12 to 14 sprigs of cilantro, so that's going to be the dressing on top. But if I can do it in 2 minutes, I will be okay. So I'm going to do that while those fry. Cilantro. Okay, so I got my cilantro. I'm guessing you're familiar with cilantro. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm a lover, I'm a Puerto Rican, so I have a friend who is deathly allergic, so he would literally die if he ate it. So I get to enjoy it. Also, little trivia in case you didn't know. If you're ever looking at cilantro and don't know if it's cilantro or parsley, look on the edges. And if they're curved, it's cilantro. And if it's pointy, it's parsley. So C, curved, cilantro, P, pointy, parsley. So that's a trick in case you didn't know. I told that to the clerk at the grocery store. And she was startled, but she had no idea. So, made her life a little easier, I suppose. I hate this whole thing of drying. But you gotta clean and dry your herbs, so necessary evil. Okay, but we're just going to take out a couple sprigs and put that for dressing. We have 48 seconds in which to do that. So, that is bubbling. Oh, help me, help me, help me, help me. And this has got some kind of rubber band action on here. Ooh, that's just great. Okay. I have 29 seconds. Yeah. Oh, these are not the prettiest sprigs either. They are not the freshest in the universe, I'm telling you right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Live and learn. And 3, 2, 1, wash hand. Okay, our deep fryer. Check and see if these are brown or not. Ah, see, this is why. This is why I did it fewer, because now they're just about right. Because before I put them in for 5 minutes, and that was not a good scene, because they were totally cooked, and that's the opposite of what's supposed to happen. So up here you go, and we're going with layer number 2. I just put these on a paper towel to drain over here. So we have batch 2 over yonder, and in here you go. Thank you for the tweet. The Fired King? I'm sorry, my eyes are really, really bad. But thank you for the like and the retweet. I appreciate it so very, very much. So we're doing the second and final, thankfully, batch on these. There was I did not use your regular baking potatoes, but a white potato. And the premise being that to not make as many fries, because we have rice and fries, and not a whole lot of patience for leftovers today. So you over here. Oh, we're missing one. Lonely little French fry. Hello. Okay, so and there you go, and into the oil. Set timer for 3 minutes. So so meanwhile, back to our cilantro over here. Okay, sorry about the lighting. This is not a studio. Okay, so I've got a few sprigs. In my head, I'm cursing a blue streak in Spanish, just so you know. Okay, so how about you? Not the prettiest. It says sprigs, but this is really a bit much. That's not sprigs, I am sorry, but anyway, I'm putting the rest of this away. Where's my bag? Here. You know what? I'm gonna let you dry out there for a minute. Because when it says sprigs, I'm sure they did not mean this. So, let's try to make this a little prettier while we wait for those minute and 53 seconds, shall we? The Fired King. The Fred King. Okay, I see it now. Welcome, and thank you. So, Lomo Saltado is what we're making. And you probably don't want the giant... Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Getting the notification on my email there. Probably don't need long stems on this. I mean, usually if it said cilantro, I'd be chopping it. But this time it says sprigs, and when I looked at it, it was definitely sprigs on there. It wasn't chopped, so that's what I'm doing. But not long stems. And this seems like more than enough for these porpoises. Speaking of porpoise, not porpoise, but I am making a cilantro. It's cilantro. This is cilantro. I'm making ceviche for Tuesday. So I've looked around for a really good ceviche recipe, but here we have our cilantro, which we'll be dressing later. Sam Smith is sad. Sam Smith is always so sad. Sad, sad Sam. Anyway, we've got 16 seconds to go on the fries, and then once they are done, they go on here, and then they get, como se dice, they rest. They rest for 30 minutes, which is interesting. And there we go. There's our timer. So, yabba-dabba-doo. Yep, so they're not supposed to be fully cooked. They're supposed to be kind of cooked, but not brown. So that's what we got right here. So, on to here to rest you shall. But meanwhile, on the top, this is going to wind up being fried at the last minute at a higher temperature. So that's going to be real fun. So this rests for 30 minutes. So that's 7:42. Holy crap, we're running late. We're gonna know that that's the time. The temperature on the this is going to have to wind up being hotter, which is 375. So it's going to 375, and that's just gonna sit over there, bubbling and making noise and scaring me no end over there while I get the rest ready. Okay, so I have half an hour. Cilantro, make sauce. So now we're gonna make the sauce. So you know what? We're just gonna put this right into a bowl, not measure it out. Oh, let me take a picture of that over there. Yibbidoo. Okay, resting fries. Okay, we're gonna make our sauce. So the sauce is gonna go in, getting a bowl out for that and a whisk. So bowl. I hope this is big enough. And again, I've doubled the size on this because it was a recipe for one. So, starting off with soy sauce. So we're going with, breathe. 13.5 ounces, just 400 milliliters of the soy sauce. So we've got all sorts of soy sauce because we've been doing this for a while. And when I cooked Japan, I wound up buying light soy sauce. It's not light. It's not light like you think it's light. It's, I don't know why they call it light. It's kind of the opposite of that. I'm trying to stay out of light. Himaru, but it's light, thin soy sauce. And I thought I would never get through this, but who knows? 400 milliliters. So we got deciliters, that's always fun. 400 milliliters, so that's about that much. So that's a lot of heap of soy sauce. Is anybody familiar with the Broadway show? What's it called? Holy crap, are you kidding me with this? No, that's what it says. Holy balls. I'm glad I got a big jar of this thing. Jeez Louise. Oh my god, can you believe that? Oh my god. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. Okay, bigger bowl. Soy sauce, in you go. I'm starting to wonder the vessel that I'm gonna use to cook the meat in, because I'm wondering if it's all gonna fit in a pan. Okay, there's your soy sauce. Ay. Okay. Soy sauce picture. Okay, next, we're going to measure out the 6.76 or 200 milliliters of red wine vinegar. So we've got our red wine vinegar over yonder. Red wine vinegar right there. 200 milliliters. Might as well go with the metric. 200, that's right there. So It would help to be ambidextrous. 200 milliliters. Ooh, that's almost exactly what we have. Well, that's convenient. Okay, so red wine vinegar. Can you hear that thing bubbling in right here? Because it's scaring the pants out of me. Okay, there's your red wine vinegar. It is popping and making all sorts of noise. Okay. But I'm afraid if I don't preheat it now, it's not going to be ready when I need it. So, okay, so that is the red wine vinegar. Next, we are going to measure out 6.45 ounces or 250 milliliters of water. So that's going to go in here. So 250, come back. 250 is right there. Okay. So our water in here. Oh, I'm glad you can see. This wide-angle lens is a good investment. Because otherwise you'd be seeing just like this. Rugga. Measure out the 100 milliliters of sugar. 6.75. Oh, there I wrote it out. 6.76 tablespoons of sugar. So, sugar. There is. Where did I put you? I put you somewhere. I have so much crap around now, I don't even know where I put stuff. Where did I put my measuring cup? Well, that's fun. Where did I put you? That's real exciting. Real exciting. Oh, I know what I did. Or did I? Oh, boy. Here. Found it. Okay. 6.76 tablespoons. That's a lot of sugar. So, this is going to be the sauce that's going to deglaze. It's not all going to go on the final product. So, sugar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.7. Oh my God, that is scaring me. 0.76. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not worrying about being horribly exact, whereas normally I would be. So that's the sugar, and then we're gonna go whisk that together, and that will be our sauce, which is gonna go on once we start with the fast stir-frying process. I don't have a wok. I really should have a wok, but I don't have a wok yet. So whisk this together. Camera for the whisk. Okay, so we whisk this together. Oh my goodness, that is kind of thick on the bottom. That's all that sugar. So, whisking the sauce together. I need a silencer on this. Okay, now that you have been whisked together, I'm going to place you over by the stove for when we need you. Okay, now, we bought something special for this. Yes, yes, we did. And you want to meet our special little friend? His name is Brandy. Brandy, you're a fine girl. Musical trivia. Not this is a musical podcast, but the Barry Manilow song "Mandy" was actually originally Brandy, but they changed the name because of that other song. So things you wouldn't have known otherwise. Measure out 1/4 cup of brandy. Now it's technically supposed to be pisco, which is sort of like the Peruvian brandy. You make a pisco sour out of it for your cocktail menu. But we was not able to find that. Sad as that is. So I just got a wee bit of brandy, which is where the lighter comes in. Playing with fire. Literally. Okay. So we put this in our liquor cabinet. And we've got our brandy over here. I tell you, it scares me. It does scare me. Okay. Okay. You could watch me burn up live on camera. Okay. And half a cup of beef stock. Now that does this for deglazing. I'm really hoping, because the recipe that's mentioning the stock here was not terribly, informative on the beef stock side of things. So, I don't know what I can do about that lighting situation. I really don't. So, better? I guess, yes. Not flattering for me, but better. Okay, so half a cup of this for the deglazing. Rugga. Okay. And I have to notice that what the looks are similar. So, the darker one is the beef broth, even though they both kind of go in at the same time, or roughly the same time. So, yeah. Stay. Okay. So, where are we? Oh my goodness, are you telling me it's time to cook? Just checking. Fries, got that. Okay, what time is it? Oh my god, it's go time. Okay, I can do this. Okay, we're gonna move. Everybody move. I'm taking you over here. Stove time. So we've got our meat that we have seasoned. And we've got our lighter to make fire. And my pan is not going to fit all of that. I'm going to need to do a bigger, thing. So hold that thought while I imagine myself taking a Valium. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get our stew pot. I'm going to use this. Sorry about the white balance. It gets a little freaky with the lighting here. Because I'm afraid it's not going to fit if I use anything smaller. And heat up the pan. It says high. My stove, high would mean, burn down this town of Jupiter. So, not high. Like, a little higher than normal is going to be what I'm going for over here. And I need to heat up some oil. Again, I need recipes to tell me stuff really specifically. And when it doesn't, I start to lose it. And one thing it doesn't say is how much oil, but just the logical amount of oil, which I'm going to say is about a tablespoon or two. We've got a decent angle on that. Uno tablespoon. Dos. Okay. I'm trying to get through this thing of olive oil because I realize I should not have bought this specific one, but the information that I had when I bought it suggested that that was a wise choice, and then I read something online that said, no. There's a reason you don't see much non-extra virgin olive oil. And now I understand why. Good Lord, the lighting is really weird on this. Okay, so heating that up. I'm going to go back, get my instructions here. Okay, so we're going to add the meat to the pan. And then we're going to add the brandy to the pan. And then we'll set it on fire. And then when it's starting to leak the juices, we're going to extract it from the pan and place it on a plate and cover the plate. So, here's the plate it's going to land on. And I'm going to need paper towels for that. Okay. And I'm going to need something to cover the plate. And I'm guessing that's going to be another plate. So... That's right there. Okay, so I'm going to cover it with the other plate after I take it off. So that's going to sit right here. It's really not that hot yet. I mean, this is making it sound like scorching hot. Like fire. Because we'll be using fire. I need to get my iPad ready to take pictures for when the drama occurs. And water, because I need to calm myself down. Okay. So, we got our tongs. Where are our tongs? Tongs right here. Ready to go, and we're going to pull that out. It's getting kind of hot. Abracadabra. Oh my god. Okay, things that are flammable. Sort of out of the way. Paper towel hopefully will not... Fire will just go this way. Okay, brandy is that. Okay, yeah. It's really not that hot, but... You know what? I'm going to take a picture before I drop it in, because... After it drops in, I'm not going to be able to. So... And I will explain this in text form. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to get a picture of it being lit, but here goes. Yeah, all of you into the fire. Okay, here goes. Come on. Brandy. It's brandy, Alexander. Ow! Lighter. I think I still have eyebrows. Okay. Okay, wow. Not you. Alrighty, whoa, that was exciting. I'd like to see the Funky Fairy try that, eh? That's a joke. I'm kidding. We love them. They got me my shirt. Okay. So it's supposed to be sort of medium rare when I pull it out. So I need to act fast. Yeah. Oh boy. That was exciting. Okay. Are you seeing any of this? Okay. Up. Can you get a better view? I don't want to burn your face off, too. Okay. So, add meat to pan, add bread, when starting to leak juices, extract from pan and place on plate, cover plate. Okay. I think it's kind of fast. There. Yes, I think it's starting to do that. But no, that's not really cooked yet. Starting to, I don't want it overdone. Almost there, almost there. I think that actually did burn some of the hair off my arms. Okay. I'm thinking that that's about where it's supposed to be. So, I'm going to start pulling that out and putting that in here. Okay. I had the good sense to buy these tongs like 2 weeks ago, because I had been using metal tongs, and then I realized, oh, that's a non-stick. That's probably not a good match. Thankfully, I did not scratch anything yet, but, you know, I would have. So, it's starting to, it looks a little, you know, medium rare, which is what's supposed to be. Okie dokie. Alrighty. We're going to lower you, hopefully some, and we're going to cover you with a plate. But, shh, don't make too much noise. Okay. Camera, so onto the plate. Yeah, it's leaking juices. It doesn't seem to be raw. Cover with plate. Holy balls. Okay. Why does that look like that? Can you see? You can't see, can you? It's like that. Oh, this is where the deglazing comes in, isn't it? Into the same pan, drop the red onions. Okay, it's not deglazing time yet. So, red onions. And the julienne green onions. Okay. And come back. The amarillo. So the ají amarillo. That goes in there. Okay. And then stir you. And we add in. Now we gotta do that until it gets crispy, it said. So that should take not too long. Can you get a decent view there? I mean, I'm trying. Trying. That's sort of a better view there for you. It said crispy, so we're going for crispy. I don't know what exactly that looks like, but that's what it said. It is now 7:34. It's starting to soften a little. I have some pieces of red onion in there that probably shouldn't be. Go away. Be gone with thee. Okay. And then we're going to add in the sauce. It says, right? Am I right here? Add in sauce, then add in the beef stock, and then add the tomato. You know what? Oh no, it's after the sauce. Okay. I made a point of studying this and writing it down, and then typing it out, as opposed to trying to follow it from the online thing, especially since I merged like 3 recipes. Okay, that looks like the right texture. So now here comes the sauce. Here comes the boom. Ay, Dios mío, tuta. I'm still seeing sugar at the bottom of this. The sugar did not dissolve. At least not completely, and that is all my fault, I'm sure. Okay. That's a heap of sauce. But that is the sauce. And now stop making noise. Sam Smith is still sad. Okay, add in beef stock. That's what it says. Add in the beef stock. This is theoretically to deglaze. I don't really see... That would have been before. In fact, I'm sure I screwed that up. I should have done that before. But, live and learn. Okay, we got lots of liquid going here. We gotta turn this sucker up. Okay, and then add the tomatoes and then the chopped green onions. This really should be warmer. I mean, I don't know about, it should be like bubbling or something, but I'm going to add in the tomato next and the chopped green onion, but that should be hotter before I do that. And then the fries, and that will be time for the fries. Oh shoot, oh my god. I forgot to set the rice to start cooking. So we're gonna have the rice on the side as dessert. Okay, this happens. It's happened more than once even. Okay, okay, lighter's done. This is for the dressing. This is warming up. Our meat is there, so that's gonna go in here afterwards. And yes, okie dokie. And everything's gonna happen really fast as soon as that starts happening. So I'm gonna get my plates ready even. Okay. How hot are we? Not quite bubbling yet. Starting to? Yes, no? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And thanks for coming by the way. Thanks for the likes and retweets. I really appreciate it. Okay, so is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Starting to move, starting to vaporize. Okay, I say it is. Tomatoes. In you go, tomatoes. And green onions chopped in there. And then we're gonna toss you. I don't know. I'm just following instructions. All I'm a doing. Seems like a whole lot of sauce. It seems like a whole lot of sauce, it does. I just doubled it. I hope that was not the world's biggest mistake. Okay. So this is when it was 42. So I'd have 3 minutes more before I'm supposed to put the fries in. And the fries go in at the 375 that it's already preheated to, as it's been screaming at me from the other side of the room. And those will be in there for 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm going to come back here, put the beef in, and then I'm going to take it off heat. And I'm going to take out the fries, drain those on paper towels, which I have over here. And then the fries go on the bottom, the beef goes on top, sauce goes on top of that, cilantro goes on top of that, and then the rice, goes on the side. Close enough to 30 minutes. My stress levels are high enough, so that I can think and cope. But we're gonna move over here. I'm just so bothered by this whole rice situation. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the fryer. Okay, so we've got our fries here, and they're gonna be coming out and landing on here, and unfortunately they're gonna have to be in 2 batches again, which I just hate. So I don't know if you heard, the rice is running behind the rest of the food, so it has to be on the side anyway.
Well, yeah, it also sounded like we didn't really need rice, but
well, that's kind of how it goes. So my eyes. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, rice. Okay, so deep fryer, rotate. Okay. Dame la paciencia. Okay, so the fries are gonna go in here, and it's gonna be for 2 to 3 minutes at this temperature. And we have 2 batches. So I don't know how I'm gonna keep those warm. in between. Ah, okay, there you go. In you go. Set timer for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes for you. That's going in here. Sticking them in the oven is going to help a whole lot, but we're going to try. While it does that, we're going to have to put the beef into the stir fry, which is not very hot at all. But it's just really, I think, just to warm it up, because it's been out of the heat for so long. So, I think that's what the idea is. How much time is left on the timer? 1 minute and 16 seconds. Okay. Okay. Normally I'd be washing, but that's not very exciting for you to watch. And I can't speed up the rice anymore because I'm a boob. And I put myself a time to, like, start that too. Okay, now this is definitely cooking. So, I'm going to take you out here. And then put the meat back in to here. Camera. Alrighty. Meat back in. That's as good as that picture's gonna get. Okay, meat back in. Meat in. In you go. Help me. Coño, más coño. Get in my belly. Okay. Okay, and there is the timer. Shush. Shush. Okay. Let's see how our fries are. Okay. Out with the fries. I'm glad I made the time less, because that way they're not, because before, last time I did this, they were BROWN brown. Now they're sort of kind of golden, which is what you're shooting for, apparently. So, yay! Okay. I feel bad about the rice, but we're only gonna have like 3 minutes here, so be aware. Okay, fries. Yamane. And in you go. There. Set timer for 2 minutes. Okay. This is gonna go in the oven to keep warm at a low temperature. And these can drain, well, they're gonna wind up there anyway. So, let's see how our meat is doing. Yeah. Fruit movement, okay. Oh, I'm gonna need to put this in the garbage here. You can open that up. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. But we don't want it soggy. I didn't say how long for it to be in, but it's supposed to be a stir fry, and it's really meant to stir boil.
Wow, yeah.
But it said, you know, I just doubled the amount of sauce. I hope that wasn't like the world's biggest mistake. I know all the sauce obviously doesn't go on the plate. So, it's not too soggy. But yes, this is not, there's a lot. Someone needs to teach me about ratios and stuff, because I don't know. Okay. Smells good. I wish you could smell this. Okay, we got 30 seconds to go. We're almost nearly done. So, we're gonna take these here. Where are you? Oh, hi, you're over there. Okay, back over here. And in 1 second, that's gonna start beeping at me. Yeah, there we go. So our fries, batch 2, appear to be done. And I'm not going to put salt on these because they're going to be underneath a lot of other stuff that has salt on it already. So you go off, we'll let you cool until Kingdom Come. And now we're going to go try to plate. That was the oven telling me it's 180, which it doesn't need to be anymore. So, plating, plating, plating. Okay, okay, trying not to burn my hands. Okay. Okay, some fries on the bottom. Come on. Yeah, because there's plenty of salt in that soy sauce, so. And plate numero dos. Hot? Nah, not very hot. Okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, you can do it. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be at the bottom anyway. So this goes over there. Okay, now we've got our whatever we're gonna call it, our meat, and getting that off the pot and into the plates. It's gonna be interesting. So, taking a serving of you, putting that on top. So we'll do a wipe down when that's done. And then pour the sauce on top, because that's what it's said to do. That's about as much sauce that's going to handle. And then cilantro on top. Like that. Abracadabra. So we've got 1, 2. Put you over here. Nah, it's okay. Not really super crispy, but it's not going to end up being super crispy underneath all that anyway.
Fries aren't super crispy?
I mean, they're done. They're also not salted, but then again, this sauce has plenty of salt, so hence to me not salting the fries. Okay. Meat, meat, meat. Meat. Okay, there's our meat. Got some more veggies on here. And put a little bit of the sauce on top. And then our little bit of cilantro on top of there. And then we're gonna clean this up a little bit for Mr. DeMille. King of the dated reference here. Okay. Wipey, wipey. And I feel dumb that the rice isn't ready, but, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It gets served along the side anyway, so. Help me, baby, Jesus. Rubber, rubber, rubber. Okay, and we gotta do this quickly because we don't got things too soggy. Soggy as they probably are already. Okay. So here we have our Lomo Saltado. And I'm gonna take my picture. It's gonna be time to eat. And I'm gonna have to just deal with the rice later. So that's it. It's time for dinner. We gotta eat. Thank you so much for coming by. Go to cliffyland.com. Follow us on Tumblr if you're on Tumblr. Follow us on Twitter at cliffyland. If you got Twitter, which you probably do. Facebook too. Here, hit follow right there. That'd be really great. Thank you for the likes, the retweets. We'll be back on Tuesday for ceviche. Make a ceviche and something else maybe. Who knows? Maybe ganchitas. But it's going to be great. So come back in Tuesday. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Till next time. Bye.